What's up, YouTube? Big Daddy here. Time for another food review. So today we're doing kind of something a little different. We are going to be reviewing a sandwich that I've had many times living here in Chicago. I've had some requests from some folks asking me to do a traditional Italian beef sandwich. We don't need to see the receipt. What we need to see is Portillo's. There is nothing more Chicago iconish than Portillo's when it comes to hot dogs and Italian beef sandwiches. People who leave the state of Illinois and go live somewhere else, they get Portillo's sent in as gifts. When they come back for a visit to visit relatives who live in Illinois, you know where they go? At least once, they go to Portillo's. So, Portillo's, yeah, they got great hot dogs, but they also have really great Italian beef sandwich. So, what I'm gonna do, this is the sandwich here. Ooh, we got some, I ordered fries too. We got some bag fries. Gotta have the bag fries. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lay this out on our stupid car tray, and we'll give you guys a close-up. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is a close-up of the Italian beef sandwich from Portillo's. Now, an Italian beef sandwich is thinly sliced pieces of beef cooked and simmered in their own juices with Italian seasoning, put on a long French roll, or Italian style roll, I should say, and then sometimes people will get it dipped in the juice, the whole sandwich itself. There's also something called double dipped, where they'll dip the bread on the inside, then on the outside. It's really soggy. You could also order it dry if you want, and in other cases you can get it with mozzarella cheese. They call that a cheesy beef. In this case, this is a straight up Italian beef sandwich. I don't believe it is dipped. It's just got the juice on it a little bit. And I ordered the giardiniera, hot giardiniera peppers on the side, because sometimes Portillo's goes a little crazy and all you can taste is giardiniera, and I'd like to taste the beef as well. So that is my Italian beef sandwich from Portillo's. We're going to put the camera back and I'm going to tell you all about it. All right, guys, what'd you think of that close-up? That looks really good. If you guys see cars going past me here, I'm kind of parked in a funny place. I'm not really parked in a spot. I'm sort of parked in the back of a parking lot off to the side, but apparently everybody who comes out of the Portillo's drive-thru tends to drive all the way down to the end and drive right past here, and I didn't even think about that. So if you see cars, just ignore it. I'm going to ignore it. So this is my giardiniera. Giardiniera is like pieces of pepper, carrots, sometimes it's cauliflower, little chunks of vegetables, and they're soaked in an oil and really hot spices, almost like pickled. These are very spicy, so you want to be careful when you eat these not to overdo it. So I always get mine on the side just because I tend to like it a little, not as much. There's also celery. This is a piece of celery here. So, see that? So, it's got like a spicy, almost like a really spicy Italian dressing kind of taste to it. I love it. But I don't want to overdo it, so I'm gonna try to get my sandwich here. Try to bring it over into paper so we can put some on and not go crazy. I put a little bit on. You don't want to put too much of the oil on, because then the sandwich gets too oily. You know. There we go. It was about half. I put about half of it on there. Put that cup up there for now. I'm just gonna take it and kind of push all the food in. All these people just driving right past me. Next time I won't park here. Oh well. I just I like to find places with some shade. Ooh, man, that last piece got me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap the bottom end of this, because these sandwiches are very juicy. They tend to leak when you eat them. So that's the end of it. That's what it looks like. With the peppers on it and the bread. The bread is soggy, but not soggy to the point where it's inedible. It's really, it holds together okay because it's a chewy bread, so it's able to accept the juice of the meat fairly well. If you keep it in the bag for a long time, it will fall apart. But for the most part, if you eat it within the first 5 or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's really not too bad. So here we go. This is a Portillo's Italian beef by request. Let's do this. Oh my God. Even though I've had this sandwich in my lifetime, Portillo's has been around since I was a kid. I've had this sandwich at least 100 times or more. Every time I eat one, it's just the same delicious, juicy, flavorful experience that I get each and every time. All that meat in there. The bread takes a lot of the juices, so the bread's got flavor on it. I love it. The meat is almost see-through thin. I slice it really thin. It's very tender, soft, juicy. And then they pile it high in the sandwich. So what you end up with is this really flavorful, meaty, just soft, juicy sandwich that just explodes with flavor in your mouth. And then you add the peppers on there, gives you that nice kick. You can also get an Italian beef with sweet peppers as well for a variety. Like if once in a while you're not feeling like spice, you can throw sweet peppers on there. You can throw Parmesan cheese on there. I've seen it baked in the oven where they put the mozzarella. You can also do it as a combo where you throw a piece of Italian sausage in there and then a layer of cheese and some little marinara sauce on top. There's a whole bunch of ways that people make Italian beef sandwiches in the Chicago area. They say that it started in Chicago in the 30s. They were looking for a way to feed a lot of people cheaply. And some restaurants started it. In this area, also, the bread. Usually, most good places, they get their bread from a bakery called Toronto. Toronto Bakery makes some amazing Italian beef bread. And I think Portillo's, I'm pretty sure Portillo's uses the Toronto Bakery as their bread distributor. I don't think they bake their own. They might. Some places do Toronto, some places make their own. There's another company in the area. There's a lot of different places, restaurants in the area that sell Italian beef. There's a couple I can think of. There's one called Bona Beef. They've been around for a long time. I would say there's Mr. Beef. There is a place that that just opened in Joliet by my house called Beef Shack. I mean, there's places that's all they do is Italian beef sandwiches. The Italian beef sandwich is like a staple here in Chicago. It's almost the same as deep dish pizza. You know, they're kind of like, what is Chicago famous for? Deep dish, Italian beef. Yes, both. They're famous for both. So, this sandwich here from Portillo's, no matter what, it's a 10 all day. The only time it's not a 10 all day is if they don't make it. If you ask for dry and they give you juicy, or if you ask for juicy and they give you dry. Otherwise, though, if they make it the way you want, it's a 10 all day on the Portillo's Italian beef sandwich. Excuse me. If you're ever in Chicago, definitely look up Portillo's, find Portillo's wherever you're at, and go check out their Italian beef sandwich. You won't be wrong, or you won't be sorry. Really, really great. So whoever requested this, I'm sorry if I forget, but there you go. That's the Italian beef sandwich from Portillo's, Chicago staple. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, tap that notifier bell so you know when the next video comes out, and tell your friends, your family, your neighbors, your Uncle Tony who likes Italian beef, anybody you can think of, because we want to just keep driving this channel up straight to the top. I have a Discord server. Did you guys know I have a Discord server? If you want to get onto my Discord server, I have a link to the Discord server in the show notes below. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. And remember, before you take the first bite, you got to stuff it in your pie hole. Love Portillo's.